this lecture we will discuss about the UJT triggering circuit of SCR. With the help of UJT triggering circuit, we can vary the time angle of SCR from 0 to 180 degree. In UJT triggering circuit, we are using UJT relaxation oscillator for producing triggering pulses. There are two types of UJT triggering circuit. First one is synchronized UJT triggering circuit and second one is ramp and pedestal triggering circuit. First we will discuss about synchronized UJT triggering circuit. A synchronized UJT triggering circuit consists of a diode bridge rectifier, a Zener voltage regulator, this is our Zener voltage regulator, and our UJT relaxation oscillator. This is our UJT relaxation oscillator. Here it is the source voltage. Source voltage Vs is equal to Vm sin omega t. This source voltage is given to a diode bridge rectifier. Diode bridge rectifier consists of 4 diodes D1, D2, D3 and D4. The output of the diode bridge rectifier is a uncontrolled variable DC voltage. Uncontrolled variable DC voltage VDC. We can generate a constant voltage from this variable DC voltage with the help of a Zener regulator. Zener regulator consists of a series resistance and a Zener diode. The function of the series resistance is to limit the current flowing through the Zener diode. The voltage across the Zener voltage regulator is Vz. This voltage Vz is used as the input voltage of our relaxation oscillator, relaxation UJT oscillator. Okay. Then the capacitor, this is our Vz voltage. Okay. Then the capacitor C charges through the resistance R towards the voltage Vz, towards the Zener voltage Vz. Whenever the voltage across the capacitor Vc is equal to eta VBB plus Vd, then the emitter B1 junction of the UJT breakdowns and UJT turns on. UJT turns on, the capacitor discharges through the UJT and the primary winding of the pulse transformer. Thus a pulse is induced in the secondary of the pulse transformer. This pulse is used to turn on our SCR. This pulse is given to the gate cathode terminal of SCR and it is used to turn on our SCR. Okay, we can vary the charging time of an SCR, charging time of capacitor C by varying the resistance R. Thus we can vary the firing instant. Of a SCR. Okay, if the value of resistance is high, the charging RC time constant is, if the value of resistance is high, RC time constant is high, therefore the capacitor take more time to reach eta VBB plus VD. Therefore the firing angle alpha is high. If the resistance value is very less, R value is very less, then the capacitor charges to eta VBB plus VD very soon and the firing angle alpha is less. Okay, therefore the average output voltage is high. Okay, if the value of resistance is less, there is more than 2 pulses in a single half cycle of input signal. So in this, the first pulse is used to turn on our SCR and the second and third pulse. Then second pulse is a redundant pulse. Okay, second pulse is a redundant pulse. And it is not used to turn on the SCR. The first pulse is used to turn on the SCR. That is about synchronized UJT triggering circuit. Next one is the ramp and pedestal triggering circuit. It's a modified form of synchronized triggering circuit. And ramp and pedestal circuit also consists of a input signal Vm sin omega t. Then it is given. This is our ramp and pedestal triggering circuit. This is our ramp-band pedestal triggering circuit. This ramp-band pedestal triggering circuit is used to turn on two SCR T1 and T2. T1 and T2 are connected in anti-parallel, so it is an AC voltage controller circuit. During the positive half cycle, T1 is in forward blocking mode. During the negative half cycle, T2 is in forward blocking mode. So we can control the voltage across the load, output voltage, during both positive half cycle and negative half cycle. Okay, the firing circuit used to turn on T1 and T2 is the ramp-band pedestal triggering circuit. Here is the ramp-band pedestal triggering circuit. The ramp-band pedestal triggering circuit also consists of a diode bridge rectifier and a Zener voltage regulator and a relaxation oscillator circuit. In between the relaxation oscillator UJT circuit and the voltage regulator, there is a pedestal voltage control circuit. Pedestal voltage control circuit. Here R2 is the pedestal resistance. The voltage across the pedestal resistance is VPD. Okay, by varying this VPD, we can vary the charging time of the capacitor VC. Thus, we can vary the firing angle of thyristor T1 and T2. The diode ensures only positive voltage across the capacitor and UJT. Okay. Zener diode voltage VZ is constant at its threshold voltage. VZ is constant at its threshold voltage. R2 acts as a pedestal potential divider. Wiper of R2 controls the value of pedestal voltage VPD. Diode T allows C to be quickly charged to VPD through the low resistance of upper portion of R2. The setting of the wiper on R2 is such that this value of VPD is always less than the UJT firing point voltage eta VDD plus VD. When the wiper setting is such that VPD is small, voltage VZ charges the capacitor 3C through the resistance R. When this ramp voltage VC reaches eta VDD plus VD, UJT fires and voltage across the secondary of the pulse transformer is used to turn on the SCR T1 and T2. The forward biased SCR T1, during the positive half cycle, the T1 thyristor is in forward biased condition. Therefore, during the positive half cycle, T1 turns on, and during the negative half cycle of SCR, negative half cycle of input signal, T2 is in forward biased condition. Then during the negative half cycle, the pulses produced, this pulse is used to turn on thyristor T2. Okay. With the setting of wiper on R2, pedestal voltage VPD on C can be adjusted. With the low pedestal voltage across capacitor C, the charging of C to eta VDD plus VD takes longer time, and firing angle delay is therefore more. Firing angle delay is more, therefore the average output voltage is less. With the high pedestal voltage on C, voltage ramp charging of C through resistance R reaches eta VDD plus VD faster. Firing angle delay is smaller, therefore average output voltage is high. So the output voltage is proportional to the, so we can say that the output voltage is proportional to the pedestal voltage. This is about ramp and pedestal triggering circuit of an SCR. In ramp and pedestal circuit, we are using UJT relaxation oscillator. Okay, this UJT relaxation oscillator source voltage is from a Zener diode regulator. Zener diode regulator is fed from a diode bridge rectifier. So during the positive and negative half cycle, there is a pulse towards the secondary of the pulse transformer. The function of the pulse transformer is to generate synchronized pulses to the thyristors, and it also provides isolation between the high power thyristor circuit and low power control circuit. Okay, this is called GT firing circuit.